Hi, my name is Victoria with W. I'm gonna share today kinda my recent journey, my healing journey, but also how I came to terms that it's actually just about being human and allowing back connection, fun, play, the little things in life. I actually have been through a hard childhood and depression and burnout and all those things, which unfortunately are very common. And I don't think it should be the case. I feel and I wish that it would be the total opposite, that people grow up as happy children and they learn who they are and how they can step up into the world and just, follow their passions, their goals and get to live their best life. My dream for myself, but also for everyone. I actually wish everyone the best. And it's very sad to me that it's not the case, that so many of us need to go through all this trauma and this pain and these heavy, bad, negative emotions, however you want to call it. They're part of life. I get that. Things will happen. You will grieve the death of your parents, worst case. Things will happen you will not like, and you need to learn how to deal with that. I do think it's just very detrimental to your development to need to go first through like this wall of developmental issues until you can start to live a normal life, which is at the end the goal of it all. So if I want to make this channel about healing, and there are so many people out there talking about this, and even though it is an important topic, I feel like I want to go beyond that. I want to just share how it is to live life without being caught up in this trauma things and all of this. So yeah, I'm at a point in my life where I want to cherish connection, want to cherish the little things. And honestly, I do need to force myself to just go out and be with people, because I have been through this healing isolation phase. I have been processing a lot. I have come to terms with who I am. And not that I understand myself completely. I'm not sure if I ever will, because I'm fucking complicated. I got in terms with that. I got rid of most of what was like blocking me and pushing me down, and I now can start to understand myself and explore myself and follow my passions and follow my strengths, because I don't have thousands of doubts. I mean, a little bit, but I don't think they will ever completely away, unfortunately. And I'm not reacting so emotionally by everything, and I'm getting anxious and triggered, and I'm fearful of people and all the people which hurt me, and devastating things. It took a lot of work and a lot of time to be at this place where I am right now. So, let's go beyond that. Let's accept it for what it is. It was a necessary time, very, very necessary, but also very lonely and very isolating. And I do think, being human is being human. So let's thrive in connections. And if people are even able to have deep connections, authentic connections. I mean, this is again another topic, because I'm not the only one dealing with those issues, right? Many, many people are dealing with those issues. And if you have like this huge wall of blockages, of pain, of resistance, then you cannot allow yourself to, really trust people and to go into connection. It's almost impossible then. And honestly, it's for me, even though I know, in my mind, it's the thing, and I feel that I want to have it, that I need to have it to live a fulfilled life, because we are humans, we are wired for co-regulation, we are wired for connection. In the past, we have been living in tribes and villages, and we are living very isolating right now. And we do use social media to connect with others, which is great, because this kind of helps us to have a Reichweite is the German word, to have a bigger audience and more people listening to you, which is amazing. But at the end, it is about physical touch, sharing laughs with each other. Finally, I do talk to a camera, right? And I am alone in this room. I mean, it's good to have someone to talk to, but you know, it's not the same. It's not the same as having like physically someone with you. So this is a huge part of our human healing journey. I do think that people underestimate that it is actually about going back to connection, and it's frightening. It's honestly so frightening because your nervous system, your body, your past experiences, you always, and they're valid because it is true. It happened in the past that you were in connections where you got abused, hurt, used, and it's frightening to go out into the world and be around people and be like, I'm not afraid. I'm, you know, I'm allowing myself to opening up. And I might get hurt, but I can deal with that now because I know my worthiness is not dependent on if the other people dislike me or not. And if they treat me badly, yeah, they ostracize me again, they want to try to bring me down, I can now handle this because I have the tools and I have the emotional capacity. And I would have never come to this place if I didn't put the work in. And unfortunately, in my case, isolation was very, very much necessary. I have a few theories why it was for me necessary. Maybe it's necessary for everyone, to some extent at least. But at the end, the true healing, which is supposed to feel nourishing, caring, good, happy, fulfilled, aligned, you know, this feeling of, I get to live my life. This is actually why we are doing all this shit. Why we are all going through this wall of pain, and we're going to resolve our blockages to be at this point in our life. At this point where I can confidently say I am right now. Which is amazing. Like, I don't know if I gave myself enough credits for it, that I have been through 5 years. It were 5 very, very hard 5 years. Very hard 5 years. That's insane. I'm new to this. Thank you for watching my video and coming with me to the end. If you're interested in, you know, my journey, I will talk a little bit about what I have been going through in the past, but I want to actually put the focus on how I get to live my life again, how I get to live human again, how I get to cherish life in the little tiny details. So to encourage people to don't be afraid to allow themselves to live again after whatever they have been through. So if you wanna, you know, leave a follow, leave a like, support a upcoming new creator, and see you next time.